Okay.
All right, man. Thanks for the session today, John. Nice to meet you, first of all. Really like your golf swing in a lot of ways. It's a lot of fun. It's got a lot of movement to it. You really create a lot of club head speed, which is a really good thing. The biggest thing that we talked about were trying to manage that movement, right? We know that you added in a couple of excess movements that I think are causing some big mistakes for you on the golf course, right? And you know what I'm talking about, that hosel shot, right? The one where it's hitting off this part of the club instead of more towards the center, right? And we identified the major cause of that, which was this kind of tipping early part. So right as you swung, your head and your chest would start to tilt and tip forward this way as you swung. As you got into that big long backswing, the way that you managed it was being really patient, getting that club in here, and then starting to back out of the way of it to make sure that it didn't hit off the hosel. Obviously, we didn't manage that perfectly, so we would make that mistake sometimes and still hit off the hosel. So we started to work on that early, right? That was probably job number one for you, was getting yourself first a little bit more balanced with our swing, right? So rather than sitting into our butt a little bit too much, we got yourselves up a little bit more and your pressure a little bit more on the balls of your toes, right? Okay. So once we got you in that position, we did have to work a little bit on making sure that this, the bill of your cap or your forehead did not come too far forward early. I helped you a little bit with that, pushing up against it. So we got to make sure we stay a little bit more centered and balanced. Once we did that, you did a good job of hitting some good shots. We had some really good 7-irons in there, staying nice and balanced and centered. The only thing we had to continue to add in for you was making sure that you continued to turn around and through to the left. That was a big priority for you. Once we put those two things together, I thought we saw some good success. And we'll hit some of the other elements we want to with the golf swing next week.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, dude.